Hello, hello. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Anybody out there? Oh, jeez. Phone, shut up. Hello. Alright, well, I'll just get into it. Sorry about taking so long. I had the exterminators come in and do their bi-monthly spray thing. It took a little longer than I thought. I was hoping to get started at 11, but they decided to take their sweet ass time with it. So, just curious, how's the audio? I think the audio might be okay, but I'm not 100% sure. Go and turn that down. Okay. Alright, so as you guys might have guessed, oh, would you not turn up my music? What? Shit, I've been thinking about this all night and I can't even figure out how to start this. Imagine what you would want to do. Like something that seems doable. However, you know that you're gonna have to go through some shit for it. Let's just put it that way. Like, I was thinking last night, what would you do for your dream? Like, I have no idea where I'm going with this, but fuck. I've been thinking about it all night, and now a bunch of other shit has come into my head and completely derailed this train of thought. Now, to start over again. Imagine what you would want to do, what your dream would be. What would you do for that? Like, at some point in your life, you've got to know what you want to do. Like me, I've always wanted to, it's been a few things actually, but for the most part, it's mostly been either game design, something in tech, or this, streaming. And I've come a long way since high school and whatever, when I first actually started doing YouTube. But now that I actually really think about it, what would I do to make this go forward? Because as you pursue different things, you meet people, you go to new places, you do all this stuff, and it's awesome. Like, don't get me wrong, I haven't done it yet, but I hope to sooner or later. But at what point do you stop? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And I know it's odd because I haven't really made it there yet, but I mean, I always live in this what if scenario. Like, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if I'm not good enough? What if it starts becoming not fun anymore? But mostly I was thinking about, like, who would you give up in your life to be able to go through with your dream? Like, I mean, I know for a fact I still have a lot of room to grow as a person. And that brings different things. That brings meeting new people, losing the people I know, just all kinds of this stuff that I know I need to be ready for, but I don't know if I am. Like, I mean, I love the people I know now, and technically I'm in a good place, but honestly, really I'm not. I mean, shit, I'm 25, still living at home. And I mean, with different opportunities, there's challenges and everything like that. Like, one that I'm facing right now, even at work, it's, if I got a car, I could be an assistant manager at a Circle K like that. Like, that's how bad they need it. But then that would put this on the back burner. And vice versa with this. This is gonna put that on the back burner. And I don't necessarily know what the right course of action is. Do I go with the safe bet, or do I go all in on something that's fucking could explode tomorrow? I mean, I don't know. And that whole I don't know factor scares the living shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, as I meet new people, either through doing this or working or whatever, more people enter my life, and the people I hold dear now are going to become distant, I feel like. I mean, that may not be the case at all, but I feel like new people come in that I see regularly, and people who I don't see regularly begin to, like, there's a gap that starts forming there. And I just don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how far I would go to make this dream a reality. And I mean, that is to say, if I actually get off the ground on YouTube. I mean, I could just stay on the very bottom rung of everything with like 2 to 3 people watching me. I mean, who's to say? Whereas at work, it's a guaranteed income. It's safe. It's a career, basically. Which, never did I think that I would make a career out of working at Circle K. But the opportunity is there. I don't know, I think the whole point of this was to kind of throw shit out there and see what sticks. I don't know. I mean, I know a few people who either want to get into streaming or already are in streaming. So, I mean, I wouldn't be alone in that aspect. But the people who don't necessarily watch streams or participate or do or any other thing that they could do with streams. So if I start doing this, I'll start spending more time at home, more time in my room doing this, something that I could potentially find very rewarding and love it at the same time. Like, I mean, how cool would it be to get paid to sit at home on your ass and play games for a bunch of people? Like, I mean, that would be amazing. But again, it would distance myself from almost everybody who doesn't really get into that kind of stuff. And I mean, there's always going to be family and like friends that you've known for years. But I don't know. I mean, life does have to change at some point for basically everybody. My only problem is I live in that what if scenario and I come up with thousands of different possibilities. Like, what if I meet this person? What if this person doesn't like what I'm doing? What if this person... anything, really. I don't know. Again, I think that's like the 10th I don't know I've said. It's just hard trying to figure out what the right choice is. I mean, yeah, I do want to do this. I have my heart set on it, to be honest. But if that means losing everything that I have now, guaranteed income, good friends, I mean, if I do this, I won't see them as often. I don't know. It's just one of those things that I know is going to happen one way or another. I just don't want it to happen. You know? I've like become complacent with where I'm at. And that's not necessarily a good thing. But I like where I am now. I like who I am now. Because I mean, I know if I start climbing, I mean, I've changed before. I'll probably do it again. And I mean, to be honest, it might be for the better. Because there's a lot of things right now about myself that I don't necessarily like. Like, I've got a lot of bad habits. And I need to break those. But I find right now is a good time in my life. And I just don't necessarily want to give that up. Even though I know it's going to happen eventually. So, I mean, I don't know. What's up, Scipio? It's just one of those things that you've got to try and figure out for yourself, I guess. What you want to do. What you're willing to give up and gain in return. Because with everything, it's equivalent exchange. Pretty much, to quote fucking Full Metal Alchemist. It's like alchemy. It's equivalent exchange. If you lose something, you gain something else. That's just the way life works. And I'm smart enough to realize that, but not smart enough to be scared shitless of that. Because I don't know what I would lose. I don't know. But it's just one of those things. I know I'm saying the same shit over and over, but I'm trying to come up with it on the fly. That's why I'm asking you guys, what would you do for your dreams? If you knew you could go out there and do whatever it is you wanted, what would you give up? Friends, family, financial situations. That's just it. I don't know what I want to give up. Or if I even have a choice in what I get to give up. Because life's a fucking bitch. I don't care. It's like, oh, you want that? Well, you can have that, but I'll take this. And it's like, well, fuck. I wanted that. You just gotta determine what you want more. Alright, anyway. This has been a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. Pretty much my ranting about my existential crisis and bullshit. You'd give up the fear, Scipio? I mean, believe me, if I had a choice in the matter, fucking A right, I'd give up the fear. But at the same time, that's kind of like a double-edged sword. Because the fear is... The fear is what keeps you wondering. In my case, at least. Because, I mean, if there's fear involved, then it makes me stop and think and determine whether or not it's actually a good situation. Instead of just jumping head first into a shallow river, you know? Just do it. Believe me, I want to, I'm just scared of what it might cost me. Like, for one, if I do this sip, then I'm gonna be putting Circle K on the back burner. And I'm the kind of person who I fucking rock and roll at my job. I get shit done, I do everything that I need to do, and then some. So, I feel like, personally, even though if it's not true, that place will fucking burn down without me. I mean, you'll have fucking boxes here, boxes there. Oh, the grill's sparking? Pfft, fucking Circle K up in flames. And plus, I've got a lot of regulars who come in there and stop and chat for like 5-10 minutes. If there's, if there's nobody working, or nobody in line. If there's people in line, then we can chat some other time. I got work to do. Doesn't matter. You're probably right about that, Scipio. You are probably right about that, but I don't know. I'm smart enough to know it doesn't matter, but just the logic part of me is like, think of every possible outcome and see where it goes from there. And where it goes from there is, oh good, I got another existential crisis on my hands. Which is, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's actually kind of nice every once in a while because I get into this like deep thought and it just kind of pulls everything together. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I am doing YouTube, but again, just scared of what's gonna... Well, actually, no. Not YouTube. I gotta talk about that too, but that's coming here in a minute. I am streaming. That is a certainty. I'm just anxious, let's say, about how it's all gonna go. cold feet, you could say. But anyway, on to the other section of this shit. So, with YouTube's whole adpocalypse type thing happening, they're gearing everything more towards the ad content than the creator content. So it's an excuse. It is, and I'm not trying to bullshit anybody with that. But with YouTube, they're catering more towards the advertisers than the actual creators. So they're cracking down on everything that is not family friendly. And the top of the 100% list on that is video games. Ad companies see us as either fringe or just an unsafe bet in general. So, except for stuff like this, or just pansy ass fucking content, oh shit, don't take me down, YouTube. It's going to be Twitch, mostly. I mean, I was kind of gearing towards Twitch a little bit more, but ever since the whole updated shit came through, bring up a good point, Scipio. But pretty much what I'm trying to say is, fuck YouTube, I'm going on Twitch. I don't know if there's any other streaming services that I'll also be using, but for the most part, it's gonna be Twitch. One, the payouts are bigger. I mean, I'm not in this for the money, honestly. It's just, I would like this to be a full-time thing. So, of course, with a full-time thing, I'd need to be able to live off of it. And this is kind of why I was wanting to do YouTube and Twitch until like a Twitch partnership came through. The YouTube has the largest amount of people going to it. Like, they're searching for everything. And a lot of games are on YouTube. They're probably going to be taken down for graphic, family unsafe content, but they're still on YouTube. And on Twitch, it's more geared towards gamers. And what I was trying to do is bring the YouTube people over to Twitch, so that way we could kind of gear them more towards that. But I mean, I don't know how well that's gonna work. I don't know if it will work. But I mean, I had to at least try. But if you are subscribed to me on YouTube, it should be down in the description. There will be a link for my Twitch channel. And if you don't have a Twitch, it's super easy to make one. It's free. You don't have to pay a dime. It's just like YouTube, only for video games. And that's mostly what I'm going to be doing. So every once in a while, I'll be doing like an update vlog on YouTube or something, or Facebook or something, I don't know. But yeah, I've made up my mind, and Twitch it is. So other than that, I don't think I don't really think there's that much more I wanted to talk about pertaining to streaming and my fake existential crisis. I'm just gonna say it like that because I have maybe fucking 2 existential crises a month about various different things. But one thing I actually did want to go over with you guys, and Scipio, I'm actually getting to that, is I've actually picked up a couple new games And yes, I know, like I need any other new games, but a couple of them are actually really cool, and I honestly can't wait to get started with them. One of them is one that I want to get into, but I want to try and find music to go in the background for it, because with all these fucking copyright laws and everything, copyright infringement, it's so hard to make a playlist for streaming. But I mean, I've got Monster Cat, and I'm going to be composing quite a few playlists on there. But the first game is American Truck Simulator. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. How fun can that honestly be? I've played it quite a bit in the past, and it is surprisingly fun. And literally all you're doing is you're managing a trucking company, basically. You start out with absolutely nothing. You have to take shipping jobs from different companies until you get enough money to get your own truck, and then you could start taking on your own contracts. And then after that, you can start hiring people to work for you and give them trucks and everything. So it's actually really cool. Again, might be kind of boring, so that's why I'm kind of iffy on playing it, but I still think it'd be kind of cool just to do for like a chill Sunday stream or something. Another one is Hunt Showdown. I don't know how often I'll play that, because I'll pretty much only play that with one of my buddies who got it for me, and it's actually really fun. I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of details on that one because it's so convoluted, but all I can say right now is it's fun. One that I'm actually thinking about doing an actual playthrough of is called Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. Now, if you guys have heard of this game, it's basically all the good parts of Castlevania put into a game. Like, it's the platformer, there's tons of different weapons that you can get to use, and a buddy of mine told me that there are some anime hats. Now, I don't know how true that is, but if it is true, you bet your ass I'm gonna find them. Then there's Death Garden Blood Harvest. That one's pretty fun. It's a lot like Dead by Daylight, but you've got 5 scavengers, and they have to collect blood from like totems and deposit it at a bigger totem. But the hunter is armed with an actual gun. I think the first unlocked hunter you get has a machine gun. So, and I mean, you go down quick. Like, you'll be minding your own business, and then out of nowhere, here drops down a fucking hunter, blowing your fucking head off. But that one is actually pretty fun. Expect to see some streams of those. And then the same buddy who got me Hunt Showdown, it's called Death Garden Blood Harvest. Or if you're talking about the other game, it's Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. They're both really good, and both I will be doing. And the other one my buddy got me is the Red Solstice. At first, when I saw it, I was like, I don't know. But then I played a little bit of it, just kind of get a feel for it, and it's a tactical squad-based Diablo, basically, is the best way I could put it at the moment. I can't really think of any other games that come to mind, but if my buddy is on, then I'll probably be doing Blood Garden, Bloodstained. Not Bloodstains, Bloodstained. But if my buddy gets on here soon, we'll probably play some Death Garden, But if he doesn't, I mean, I don't see any reason why I can't just start a Bloodstained Ritual of the Night right off the bat. Okay, sweet. Hey Mom, what's up? Yeah, are you talking about the American Truck Simulator? I kind of figured that might get your attention. But yeah, no, I've got quite a few plans in the mix, and I just don't know how I'm gonna keep everything afloat with everything going on. So I'm just gonna try my best to do what I can and get it all taken care of. Like, I mean, I know for a fact the reason I haven't been streaming is because I'm putting so many hours in at work. And I know I said I would be doing a stream last weekend, and that never came to fruition for various reasons, one or the other. But I just need to get better about, hey, this is what you need to do, this is when you need to do it, so just fucking do it. And with working overnights and everything, it's just when I get home, I'm exhausted. And more often than not, my family's home and I don't want to wake them up or whatever. Or I don't want to bother them, be too loud, that sort of shit, you know? So it kind of makes it a little hard to get shit going in the right direction. But anyway, it is 12:03. I'm going to see... What about t-shirt? What are you talking about, what about t-shirt? This t-shirt? My 35 years of Studio Ghibli anniversary t-shirt? Is that what you're talking about? And hey, don't even get me started on Studio Ghibli. Alright, that is a fucking rant and rave and all kinds of goodness for another stream. Nothing bad though, because all of their movies are absolutely terrific. If you haven't seen them, go watch them. If you like animated movies, they're phenomenal. Alright, stop talking about the start. Stop talking about that. Start making. Okay, I gotcha. What, make my own game? I want to. I've had quite a few concepts about it. Mostly fan games and horror games. But either way. Anyway, Scipio has a point. I'm gonna stop talking about what I'm going to do and actually start doing it. So I'm gonna take a quick intermission. I know, another intermission, shit. But I'm gonna take a quick intermission, get everything set up, and I should hopefully be back by 12:30, roughly, maybe earlier, if I can get everything to work right. Alright guys, I will see you in a little bit. Yeah, alright. Start making my own t-shirt, Scipio. I mean, I might think about it later on down the road, but I mean, right now to spend money on t-shirts that probably only a few people would buy, it's just not a great financial move, to be honest. Because I mean, I think if you were to order a bulk of t-shirts custom made, it would, there's like a minimum limit that you can get. And I mean, yeah, it'd be fucking great to fucking walk into work wearing my own merch, but at the same time, I mean, it might be a good marketing tool. So you might have a point there, Scipio. I mean, even if I just made one to start out with, and it was just for me, and then if people ask, hey, where can I get something like that or something like that, I could just be like, just let me know, and I'll sell one to you. But I mean, I think that is at least a couple months down the road. But anywho, if I see any more little tidbits, I'll be sure to jump back in. But at the moment, it doesn't look like my buddy is on right now or responding to messages. Yeah, he's snoozing. So it sounds like I'm going to be playing Bloodstained, which I've already played a teensy bit of it, but I'm gonna start it up again and start a new game. That way we can kind of get the whole feel for it. But I will say this again, I will not be streaming video games. What the fuck? Really, Scipio? What? Hey guys, so I'm going to be ending this stream, but I've already got the stream started up on Twitch. I just have to get a lot of like the OBS settings and video capture stuff all set up and everything, make some changes here and there. But a link down to my Twitch should be down in the description below. So if you guys want to go over there, hang out, hang tight for me while I get all this stuff set up, that would be greatly appreciated. And again, if you're not already followed me on Twitch, even if you don't have an account, just make one up real quick, hit the follow button. Anyway, I gotta get this shit done. I got 10 minutes to do so, so I'm on the clock. Alright guys, I'll see you over there.